Live on Stream It Sports and PSD Channel 10, it's Poudre School District High School basketball. This broadcast is brought to you by Schrader Oil, your local fuel company. By University of Colorado Health, we improve lives from healthcare to health. By Pedersen Toyota, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in northern Colorado. And now for the play-by-play, here's David Haase.
Poudre School District
Live
Athletics tonight in
Sports
varsity boys
PSG.
basketball. The Poudre Impalas host the Coyotes from Monarch in early season conference play. I'm David Haase, and on the call tonight, joined by producer Cody McCoy and cameraman Chris Colton. So Cody, we look at the conference seasons, what everybody always starts when they come into training camp, and you want to win your conference. The preseason's not been too kind to the Impalas, working hard, but with a 1-9 schedule, they're probably glad to get to conference play.
Yep, I mean, every conference play is the biggest part of the season. You can have a poor, they're 1-9, they can have a poor start, but as long as you do well and show well in the conference, that's pretty much what kind of the state group who chooses the tournament, end of the year tournament.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably 80% of what they're looking for. So look for Poudre to come out with a lot of energy. They know this is a big game. It's a big start for their second half of the season. And Monarchs, any win you can get on the road in the conference is always key.
Well, Monarch's going to be coming in with a 7-5 record and pretty much led by their 6'7" senior. And we'll see a lot of him on the floor tonight. Garrett Duffy, number 12, going to play collegiately at Johns Hopkins. So obviously an excellent student athlete. And that's one of the things we like to accentuate here with all of these teams is that they're out here to compete, but that's an extenuation of a school. So anyway, we'll be back after our commercials for the starting lineups and look forward to the tip-off.
Thanks to First Bank and Apple Pay, I can easily buy stuff using my phone. Thanks to my driverless car, I can't figure out how to change this song.
Apple Pay, now at First Bank.
Wherever it is you want to go, all you need to see is the next 200 feet. That's how life unfolds. A leap of faith. Even if you can't see it, your destination is out there. So just keep going, and you'll get there. 200 feet at a time. The Corolla. Toyota. Let's go places.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application in the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
I am UC Health.
I am UC Health.
I'm Matt, and I am UC Health. I've got 2 boys and I've got a girl, and I think they see me as someone who, fixes broken hearts mainly and gets people back out there. My daughter, who's 9 months, she'll understand someday that I try to help people, and I think they take pride in that.
Our roots run deep at the University of Colorado Health. Share your roots at imuchealth.org.
We're back here live now at Poudre High School. Teams are finishing their warm-ups. We're about less than 2 minutes to tip-off. Knowing that tonight's game, obviously, we talked about, will set up that conference play. You've got a home win tonight if you're the Impalas. That's a great way to come back after the holiday break and get yourself started. I'd like to welcome the band, our first pet band appearance tonight. Thanks for them to show up and liven up our broadcast. And a couple dozen students already setting in for the Impalas. So place is going to be loud and noisy. Hope that helped the Impalas move along tonight to victory.
Yeah, we love having the band. Yeah, the band doesn't usually come out until kind of conference play. So now that it's here, we're all excited to have a little more energy. And there's 2 teams that know each other very well. Poudre's got a new coach, and Monarch.
Coach Shelley has been around just for this year, but Coach Niven has been quite a few years and accomplished a lot at Monarch, and look forward to a pretty good matchup here tonight.
Built a heck of a program and have had a lot of battles against him on the other side of the court.
So we're about 1 minute to tip off. We'll take a quick break, be back, and start play.
Wayne, Everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
Welcome to our clearance event with 0% APR financing on the Tundra.
Leonard honors our country with the national anthem.
Nice job by the Poudre Pep Band, directed by Chris Leonard, and an excellent trumpet solo in the middle of it. So our starting lineups tonight. First out, number 1, TJ Jones. Out for the Coyotes. Mitch Yoakum, leading scorer for the Impalas, their first starter. Number 14 out for the Coyotes. And we've already got one change on, number 10, Mac Rowan. Carlos Conde, number 3, also an excellent football player. Out number 30 is Steve Hoban for the Coyotes. Number 5, Kyle West for the Impalas. Tyler Trin for Monarch. Number 15 is Troy McFadden, the sophomore for the Impalas. Number 25, Isaac Green, the center. And final starter out for the Impalas is Anthony Raffaelli. So tonight, Cody, we're going to see if the pace that we know that Poudre's going to try to play with will set them up to have that success that you want to see on the court.
Yep, I mean, Poudre's not the biggest team. We saw them warming up. We were talking before. Poudre isn't going to be the biggest team, so look for them to really try to get in the passing lanes, cause a lot of turnovers, really try to get to the bucket early and just really keep an up-tempo offense. Monarch's probably going to try to slow them down a little bit. We don't really have any stats on them, so.
No, neither team has given anything to Max Preps, and we're at a loss. We'd love to be able to bring more of that to you. That's a hint for all of you out there that might be able to volunteer for these teams to enter those stats. That is a chore, there's no doubt about it. But we feel it's kind of fun to add that in because we get to talk about how these kids are doing. So West and Green to jump at the center. Tip's going to be handled by the Coyotes. Backcourt, number 10, Rowan. Man defense right out of the gate now by the Impalas. Yoakum on the far side out there trying to pick up close and he can to Trin. It's going to be a pretty quick-on-quick matchup all night. Shots off, tipped over by McFadden to Yoakum. Look for a lot of scoring opportunities tonight to be directed through Mitchell Yoakum. He's had several games over 20 points already this year. Raffaelli, though, nice drive to the hole, lays it up off the glass for 2.
Yeah, he had a quicker first step, got his shoulders by him. There wasn't really a lot of help there from Monarch. Just a great start to the game.
Good explosive move, you're exactly right. Pass underneath to Trin, back out to Jones. Drive doesn't go, gets his own rebound. kind of just wasn't fortunate to be in the right place, but TJ Jones turns around and leaves it back in. Man defense also by the Coyotes. Right now, just trying to run several progressions of your offense just to see what the defensive effort's going to be in early.
Yeah, but Monarch's just got to step. I mean, they're right when the ball lands. They're right there with the hand up. They're great on the first pass.
Shuffle step there. Nice job actually helping down Green. Forces the ball back in towards Trin's hands. He picks it from Yoakum. So kind of a quick turnover there. Just wasn't really the room to make that penetration drive that time.
And Monarch's just running their offense to a T right now. They're being super patient. They're waiting for the picks to develop, waiting for the help side to see if it's there or not.
Good little entry pass on the back door by Jones. Little pump fake, and he gets it up. Raphael again goes in. This time draws the foul. Steve Hoban, the senior center. Raffaele at the line. Chance for two to tie it up. First one is good. So a 2-for-2 trip by Anthony Raffaele ties the game at 4-all with 6:04 left here in the first quarter. Thanks for tuning in and watching PSD TV Channel 10 and Stream It Sports. Stream It Sports out of Denver with Phil Mildren. Setting us up for football, volleyball, and girls and boys basketball this winter. Also like to thank our sponsors for our banners this year. Rocky Mountain Youth Sports, Rocky Mountain Fever, Club Basketball. First three ball of the night short, long rebound by Raffaele. Kind of measured on that shot, wasn't he? Really went to catch and release, just kind of a catch and shoot. Raffaele, very aggressive night, goes right back to the glass, lays it up high, drops it in, is going to have a chance for the and one. Good strong move.
Yeah, I mean, he has all 6 of their points thus far. He came out super aggressive. He had a plan in his mind before the game, and he's just executing it to a T.
Well, and if you're going to put a lot of eyeballs on Mitchell Yoakum, which you expect most teams to do with his point count, that one's off, but the rebound by West kicks out to him. Back to McFadden, 3 balls up, rims out close, but nobody checked. Kyle West does a nice job of sliding off the check by Green and slides around for the easy bucket. Nice job by Kyle West knowing he had the gap.
Yeah, he held the box up for probably 2 seconds, but he just missed those last 2 seconds just to solidify the rebound, able to get around him.
3 again off that time. Yoakum had advantage, but Trin over the top and knocks it away. 8-4, the Impalas lead. First substitution of the game now, number 22, Owen Silcox. Senior in. Carlos Conde will get a break. Talking to Coach Shelley before the game, said his JV team, who just lost a close one tonight by 2, but has been playing very well, and his C team has too. Silcox, good drive, just didn't get the finish.
Great moves, able to split 2 defenders, great footwork.
Yeah, it really was. Just a little over under there, and got to lay it up a little softer. Oh, nice give and go back in there. Jones again, this time doesn't get the little bunny to fall. Silcox to the rebound.
Both these coming out not super flat, but they've just given up on a few opportunities that have been there.
Yoakum, first jumper, good. The 3 ball for Mitchell Yoakum makes it 11-4 early going here, and Paul is off to the nice start. Duffy in the game now. Also number 12 for the Coyotes.
You could probably say Monarch is running their offense a little more efficiently, but Poudre just making more plays. They're being more aggressive to the hole.
Yep, that time McFadden we called on the kind of a blocking foul. It was kind of like he gave up the first step to Jones, who's obviously very quick, but a little bit of a pop. So 1 team foul in the Impalas, 2 so far on the Coyotes.
America's play right there.
Yep. 3-pointer again, drops so from the outside. No luck for the Coyotes. Rebound by McFadden, kicks it over to Yoakum. Yoakum goes in, nice penetration dribble, gets the little touch. One-hander floater in the lane to fall, dances around the rim and just drops in. Chance for the Impalas to be up by 10 with 3:50 left in the first quarter. Ernesto Chavez checking in now, number 2 for the Coyotes. Tyler Trin, 31 going out. That was just a nice patient shot that time by Joachim, wasn't it?
Just aggressive, kept going to the. I mean, their Poudre is really challenging in them, making them foul, making them just make plays on the defensive end.
Doesn't get the free throw to drop. Another long three this time is good, though, by number 10, Rowan.
Great job of getting all the defenders down in the paint, just leaving those shooters open.
Yeah, a little kick-out play. Silcox looks at the three, thinks about it, doesn't, has to give it back up. Joachim does a nice job, but pushes it too much. Realizes he had a bigger player on his back and try to create some room. Oh, nice drive, a little spinning the right hand or a little reverse English on it.
That was beautiful. He got the first step, got his shoulders past, but was able to cradle it just enough to get any hands out of there. Beautiful move.
And sometimes using the offhand on that side like he did there, I kind of confuses the defense there. He's already at the rim before he has to do anything. Silcox tries to do the over number. Duffy had none of that. Good defense. 13-9 here, Poudre High School. The Impalas lead. Joachim pull-up jumper, that time is short, a little off balance, got a little contact. West, though, nice hustle, tips it back into Raffaelli, runner in the lane, doesn't go, rebound by Duffy.
And Poudre's definitely winning the offensive rebound battle here in the first quarter.
Yep, good running that time, drive that didn't by Chavez, didn't fall though, just high off the glass, rebound by Silcox. No communication that time, Joachim tried to float the ball up ahead. And going to be called for the block foul in the time there. Never stopped, really didn't stop Jones from going forward, and easy layup and a chance to put the Monarch Coyotes back within one.
And that's got to hurt when it was 13-4. He had a great lead, a great momentum in the first quarter, and just like that, just a few little mistakes Monarch's been able to capitalize on.
Clark Andrews now the senior in for number 30. Hoban, and then at the line Jones. Conde back in, giving Kyle West a breather. Three-point play is good, so 13-12 now with 2:11 left to play here in the first quarter. Paula's got to keep that aggressiveness going towards the rim. Nice patient move that time. Silcox hit the man right in his face. If you're going to be that tight, you get a little bit of a juke move. He had a full step. Nice little fluid move and finish the layup.
Yeah, that's that second straight move, kind of splitting the defenders on kind of that Euro step move.
Yep.
Just kind of an easy layup after that.
Chavez eyes the three, pulls it back down. Tried to get underneath, forced it through. Picked out by McFadden. Strong play by Troy McFadden that time just to keep the ball in possession, not get tied up. Possession arrow does favor the Impalas. A good ball rotation finds McFadden in the corner for the three, knocks it down.
Yeah, I mean, he had his feet set. They were swinging the ball, and if a shooter has his feet set, it doesn't really matter where that defender's standing.
18-12 now, back up a 6-point lead. Nice reverse layup, doesn't go. Tip back up, rebound by Silcox, though. Silcox coming in off the bench has already got probably 5, maybe 6 rebounds.
And that's all you can ask from a big man coming off the bench, is just go in there, just fight and get some boards.
And goes hard again. Going to be drawing the foul. Just contact foul up there. Be the 4th team foul on the Coyotes. 2 so far for the Impalas. First personal on number 11, Andrews. Owen Silcox to the line. First one doesn't drop. Kind of rushed it. You kind of see the just a little bit of a too quick in that motion.
Yeah, he just steps right into it and goes for it.
Second one, a little too there. It's just, there's a different rhythm. That's all about free throw shooting.
You'd like to see him slow down, maybe do a dribble or two, kind of get his own routine, but kind of went up there cold.
Yeah, free throws are about doing the same thing over and over and hundreds of times over again. All you great shooters have that moment. That's something you don't see too often. That ball hit the heel of the rim, bounced up and caught the support cable, which then makes it a turnover. So out to the Impalas, leading 18-12 with 36 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Nice first quarter by Poudre. Paul's trying to do a little bit too much one-on-one dribbling right now. Not a lot of that first, second pass going on. Raffaele moves it around, finds Silcox. 13 seconds left here. Substitution also, Garcia's on the floor now too. Raffaele trying to spin move, goes underneath. He's kind of trapped in the baseline.
Great defense.
Time the shot. It's going to go, almost drops. But doesn't go, bounded out there. So no points on that final run there by the Impalas. But they do lead after one, 18-12 here at Poudre High School.
With 0% APR financing on the Tundra.
We're going to use it to tow our boat.
I'm going to tow my boat and my ATVs.
We're going to tow our boat, ATVs, and horses.
We don't have horses.
Yeah, we do. In this story.
I like that story.
At our annual clearance event, get great deals on tough Toyota trucks, like 0% APR financing for 48 months on a new 2015 Tundra. For more great deals, visit Toyota.com.
Let the towing begin.
I am UC Health.
I am UC Health.
I'm Jill, and I am UC Health. Laughter clubs bring people together in ways that are unmatched. It helps you decrease stress. It helps you relax more. So at UC Health, they allow us to embrace the community, embrace our members, and do some really wonderful things.
Our roots run deep at the University of Colorado Health. Share your roots at imuchealth.org.
We're back here now at Poudre High School. The Impalas, after one, leading 18-12. Little entertainment there between the quarters by the Poudre Impala pep band. Little Watermelon Man. Always adds to the high school basketball. Nice job again. I'll tell you, Silcox is just playing aggressive. He had his man pinned on his hip, and you talk about that, Cody, with that first little step. He had Hoban, who's a bigger, thicker player, but doesn't have the explosiveness, and Silcox went by him, draws a foul. And that's 2 fouls on Hoban.
I mean, it's hard when someone's got a first step on you. It kind of makes you scared the rest of the game as a defender that he's going to expose you every time.
Yep. Substitution out now. Hoban goes out. Number 20 back in the game, Barons, 5'10" senior, so a little shifting around size-wise. Duffy on the court at 6'7", still has a pretty good height advantage, but the Poudre just doesn't have that long defender in the middle like that. Silcox, though, certainly has the hops. Second one did go down, 19-12 they lead. Oh, just a great job of going back. Kyle West goes in there. I want that rebound, and took it away.
And if you're Poudre, you're hoping for another quarter like that. You had a great first quarter, had a lot of energy, had a lot of things go right, and you just want to keep that going. Come here in the second quarter.
Yeah, you don't want to take your foot off the throat, do you? Yeah, the dribble drive right now, a lot of help coming. Poudre needs to have a little cut or a pick and roll. They need to have a little help just to make that opening there in the middle. Silcox again, though, goes around defenders, using his length. Finger roll doesn't drop.
And give Monarch some credit. They had 3 guys there kind of waiting for him to make that shot just a little more difficult.
Yeah, little pump fake that time. Got Yoakum up on his front of his toes, and as the Roland goes by him, just had to grab. Pretty good foul. No sense giving an easy 2.
No foul trouble yet here. We got 5 team fouls for Monarch and 3 for Poudre. So.
Yep. Substitution. Yoakum will go to the bench. Garcia 4 on the court. Conde number 3. 20 Raffaele, 5 West, and Silcox number 22. A little kind of a battle he's got going on there with Duffy, letting him play pretty good. And then all of a sudden he gets grabbed by Jones. Actually Chavez. The foul's going to be on Chavez, but Silcox come to play tonight. Yoakum back in now just after a short breather. Raffaele is out.
I could be mistaken, but I think Chavez is wearing running shoes. Whatever you're comfortable with, I guess.
There are so many versions of court shoes now. They don't look like anything like what the normal look would be.
Poudre kind of keeping up with that ball, or Monarch, excuse me, is kind of keeping up with that ball pressure that they started the first few possessions with and kind of went away from.
Timeout on the court. I think that's a good one by Coach Shelley, just to kind of break them down. The offense had kind of slunk into just a one-on-one fest, and a good timeout to straighten that out. So we'll be back after this message.
Wayne, Everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
Back here now after the timeout, 19-12. Impalas have led right from the start.
And I think they were just kind of trying to regroup. Everyone's trying to go one-on-one and take their man, but they need to create some ball movement. They've had some three-pointers based on the ball movement, so just kind of channel back to their game plan. And
Silcox on the drive that time, though, loses off his foot. And I mean, they had the success penetrating, but that was because of cuts and other things by players. Now, 4 watching and 1 dribbling is pretty easy to defend. They got to get back to their offensive set.
Yeah, and give Monarch some credit. They've adjusted defensively. They've sent a few guys a little more help side to prevent the guy going to the bucket.
Jones' baseline jumper's good. On the court, Jones, Chavez, Trend, along with Barons and Andrews, West, McFadden, Silcox, Garcia, and Yoakum. That time pass just too late. Oh, nice give and go. Goes in. Make the defender move, and then you got it made, don't you?
Yeah, but 3-on-1, you're just kind of waiting for him to bite. If he doesn't bite, you're going for the layup. But that time he bit.
Yep.
And hammed it off. I don't have my degree yet, Dave, so give me a break.
That's right, there's always more. Long ball by Yoakum's good. He was standing on the P in Poudre in front of the Monarch bench when he let that fly, and it was nothing but the cords.
If you're coaching Poudre, you might not love the shot selection, but when it goes in, you love it.
Yep. Nice cut that time by Andrews, and a good interior feed lays it up off the back. So 22-18, 4-point lead with 5 minutes here in the half to play. Conference play, you're watching PSD TV Channel 10 and Stream It Sports. That was a good no foul that time by Silcox. Just Andrews had a pretty good baseline move.
And that was an excellent pass. I think that's a pass that no one will really notice, but it was a bounce pass that was just right in front of him. He never broke stride and was able to get more momentum to lift up for that shot.
Yeah. Poudre right now still kind of in the dribble, go look mode if I can't dribble. Hand check foul again. It's such a change this year, but if you just put a hand on somebody, you can put your numbers on them.
Yep.
But if you put a hand on them, that foul's going to be on Chavez, number 2. Puts the Impalas in the single bonus. Silcox goes to the bench for a well-deserved rest. Played hard.
That's the first back in my day for me, because when I was playing 3 years ago, they would never call the hand on the hip.
No, it's changed all the way from college to high school. Garcia at the line. First one rolls rounds in. He gets the second.
And with 4 minutes left, and they're already shooting 1-and-1, and that's going to be a big advantage. If you're Monarch, you really can't be too aggressive on defense.
Well, that's part of the reward from going to the hole right away as from the tip-off. Second one off the edge, rebound by Green, kicks it out. Jones pump fake goes on in, just jammed by West. That won't be a shooting foul, but still a foul nonetheless. Only the 4th team foul in the Impalas. It's still 2 to give, but don't want to put that through it. Raffaele back in the game now for Garcia.
No continuation here in high school, unfortunately.
Yeah. Good minutes from Garcia, the junior. Diaz now in the game now for West. Ball movement off the outside, kick back out the top. Trend wait for his teammate to pop out. He really never showed. Just thought he had to go back inside with that.
Excellent pass.
Yeah,
I think both guys kind of saw that shooter diving in the corner, and they all just took that one step, and he was wide open there in the bucket.
Green for the 2. Now 1-point lead for the Impalas. Yoakum up on the 20-footer. A little strong, knocked down, picked up. Long rebound pulled down by Rowan. I like how Jones, every time he gets the ball, puts it in a shooting passing position, doesn't dribble first.
Just great fundamental. He's going to put it right in that pocket.
Yeah,
He's going to look to pass first. Yep.
Yeah, and there it was. Just a nice little flick wrist pass. And first lead of the night now by the Coyotes, 24-23.
And Poudre's got to make some adjustments here. They're not playing really on the midline on help side very well, so it's kind of leaving those backdoor cuts open.
Barron's up all over the top. Raffaele skip pass over to kind of short on the jumper. Rebound by Green. Pushing down court again. Yeah, for you young players out, that guard play is so important. If you're first thing you do is dribble, you cut off two of the things you could be doing.
Yep. All about the fundamentals. Put in that pocket. Just the triple threat.
Long three that time's up short. Rebounded by Conde.
Your player need to slow down, kind of
regroup,
regroup,
I like
really
how
execute.
Yoka kind of pulls away in the spin move, goes in the lane. He's going to get the little runner to go. A lot of contact, no foul. Impalas claimed the lead with 2:20 left here in the half, 25-24. In and out play that time, back into Green, though, a little high on him, picked up by Yoakum. He's got Raffaele on the trail. Just nice job by Barons, they'll stop with the dribble. Yoakum's still going to put it back up. He's going to roll around and get the drop. And the chance to the end one. Didn't give up on the play. He had the position.
Just put his head down.
Yes, he did. Head and shoulder and created a little bit of space and rewarded with a nice little roller.
He saw his teammates weren't really coming down. They were expecting him to shoot it, so he said, might as well take one.
Well, he's definitely the go-to guy. Silcock's back in now for Diaz, or excuse me, Conde.
I think that's his second and one. I think their team's overall is the third and one. So refs aren't going to be scared to blow the whistle tonight.
One plus two is a three-point play for Yoakum. Puts the Impalas back up by 4 now in the first half. Will help defense this time now. Back out. Still man defense for both teams. Silcock's a little out of position, did the reach over the top. You got a hand on it, but you got to move those feet to get that play.
That's an automatic whistle. As soon as they see that hand stick out, they're gonna call it. You got to get all the way around, really in front of him to get that call.
Hoban back in for Green, Garcia in for Yoakum.
It's one I've fought with refs numerous millions of times on what to do there.
Inbounds play, long shot over the top though. Chavez has it, lets it go of his hands, picked away by Silcox. Poudre really doesn't do any ball screens, do they?
No, they really just kind of stick with the pass and cut and kind of the dribble handoff and trying to get to the bucket and find an opening there.
Oh, great look down court that time by Monarch. The head pass, that was just threading the needle and then hits the next trailer going down there. So Chavez is going to be rewarded on the drive and be able to go to the line for 2.
And you'd like to see Chavez use that left hand kind of going up. He tried to kind of adjust and kind of took that angle away, couldn't use the backboard.
Chavez.
I'm pretty sure she called that on the floor, if I was looking at it correctly.
They're discussing it.
If pointing it at the floor means it's
Jones,
on the floor.
Tren, and Rowan on the court. Raffaele, Diaz, Silcox, McFadden, and Garcia.
I think that's what they're discussing right now. Because she called it on the floor.
I would have thought it actually would have been
talked it through and changed her mind.
Might have been actually discussing who the foul was going to be on. Did give it to number 22, Silcox. That's his second. I think that's part of the question there. He's going to go out. Conde will be back in. Minute 23, no sense getting Silcock his third.
Yeah, great minutes for him. He's just had a lot of rebound, really fighting there in the paint, battling for every board.
Chavez second, right down the middle. Full court press now coming, man press and a little help trap. Raffaele pushing all the way down. That's pretty much quick on quick right there. Chavez is going to accelerate with anybody, I'd say. McFadden, good drive down the baseline, forces away with it, gets his own rebound, strong, puts it back up again. He had Trent on his shoulder the whole way and just kept that spacing, didn't he?
Yeah, he saw that there was, I mean, if you were looking, there was no help side. The next help side was on the opposite block, so he was taking advantage of that wide open paint.
Trent, long three, is up, off, rebound by Diaz. Got to keep the ball up, though, almost picked from behind by Jones. Trap play, Paul's got number with a couple of passes. Nice job by Chavez going out, though, and stopping the ball, wasn't it?
Yeah, they had the numbers, and they could have made a play, but I think they were kind of, it wasn't pass first, kind of put the ball on the ground first, kind of took that advantage away.
Under 30 to play here. Garcia underneath, kicks it back out, down the corner. Rafael is going to get the runner in the middle. Didn't take the shot that time.
Great possession by Poudre.
20 to play, 21 to play here, leading by 5.
Just so patient. There was up fakes, there was extra passes, there was attacking the bucket, and then giving it off.
They're so much more efficient with a couple extra passes than the dribble, penetration, or push. Garcia will be at the line.
Yeah, that dribble penetration comes with ball movement.
Yeah.
It's not by itself. It's best when combined with ball movement.
Single bonus now. Bounces around up and off, though. Almost rebound by Diaz, tipped away by Jones and off Diaz's knees. So with 21 seconds left, 18 seconds left here in the half.
Yeah, free throws hurting Poudre here in the first half.
Yeah, barely at the 500 mark probably. So clock running and trailing by 5. Monarch will bring it down, most likely for just the last shot of the half. Diaz on a pretty good solid contact play that time as the
and that might be 1-on-1, so that was
does
not
put
a
him in the
smart
single
foul.
bonus, yeah. Hey, out there trying to make it a play, and Joachim back in. Garcia will sit down. Joachim back in for that sprint to the other side, kind of a shot. The O for D switch. Front end this time, bounce off, rebound by McFadden. Good long rebound check out. Under 10 to play now.
6 seconds.
McFadden spinner pulled away though.
If it goes.
Wide left, I think it'd be the call, but.
Oh, like Walsh from Minnesota.
Yep. So after 2 quarters here at Poudre High School, the Impalas lead the visiting Monarch Coyotes 30-25. Enjoy our halftime. We'll be back after a couple of commercials to discuss the third quarter start.
Thanks to First Bank and Apple Pay, I can easily buy stuff using my phone. Thanks to my driverless car, I can't figure out how to change this song.
Apple Pay, now at First Bank.
Wherever it is you want to go, all you need to see is the next 200 feet. That's how life unfolds. A leap of faith. Even if you can't see it, your destination is out there. So just keep going, and you'll get there. 200 feet at a time. The Corolla. Toyota. Let's go places.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
I am UC Health.
I am UC Health.
I'm Matt, and I am UC Health. I've got 2 boys and I've got a girl, and I think they see me as someone who, fixes broken hearts mainly and gets people back out there. My daughter, who's 9 months, she'll understand someday that I try to help people, and I think they take pride in that.
Our roots run deep at the University of Colorado Health. Share your roots at imuchealth.org.
Welcome back to Poudre High School. At the half, the Impalas are leading the visiting Coyotes from Monarch High School, 30-25, a pretty competitive half. An early start got a 10-point lead out for the Impalas. Monarch battled back, actually had the lead 25-24, and then since the finish of the half. The Impalas bounced back and closed and come out with a lead here. It's a chance to build on a pretty good second quarter.
Yeah, Monarch's it's just hard. They kind of came out flat in that first half. They were running their offense very well, but defense, I think they were just kind of a step slow. It's hard to produce a lot of energy. They got 3 coaches over there. I had like 7, and it was still hard to get energy. So any time you're on the road, you just got to kind of come together as a team and
nice
just
job
start something.
Pep band, the students here, good crowd in on a Tuesday night, tough night to go. So Hoban, Rowan, Jones, Green, and Trin on the floor for the Coyotes.
Yeah,
Conde, McFadden, West, Raffaelli, and Yoakum out for the Impalas.
If you're Poudre, all you want to do is eliminate just those mistakes on offense that you kind of had.
Oh, nice run around to check out that time. Hooked McFadden, kind of just let him slide out of the way, and the putback by Green off the miss on the 3. We'll see how that pressure defense fits this time now with the Monarch this second half, Cody, because if you think about that overextension, that's what led to a lot of those early dribble drive success from the Impalas.
No, you're 100% right. They were kind of right up on the ball, and it kind of allowed Poudre to get those shoulders right by him and get him to the bucket.
Hoban starts the second half with 2 fouls already. Monarch really pressuring. Pretty much, if you got the uniform on, they're on top of you. Yoakum, little run in the lane, doesn't go. Rebound by Green.
And Coach Shelley is telling his boys to cut back door because they're really overplaying that first pass.
That's the next thing you got. Yeah. That's the evolution of what this has got to be for them to loosen up that edge. Jones tried to pierce the defense that time and goes through it. McFadden a little out of control going down, and it's going to be called for the charge.
Probably could have called the carry a little before that as well.
Yeah, I think actually would have been saved him. It'd been better off than the charge because he had lost control, and the carry call would have saved the foul.
Yep.
First team foul the second half for either team.
There's some confusion as.
Yeah, I think they called the wrong foul out there. It was actually on McFadden. I'm not sure who they tried to give it to, but his second foul. Rolling down, almost loses it, tips it over to Jones. A little dribble in the middle of the time. Jones goes. Boy, he's got to the rack several times and just hasn't had that bounce, has he?
Yeah, he's had the moves. He's had the great footwork. He's had the elevation. It's just need a little more focus on the rim and getting it in there.
And Poudre a little careless to the ball, lets it fly off the edge there, and it's an over and back turnover. Conde goes out, Silcock's back in the game.
And if you're Poudre, not the happiest start. You had a charge, which was probably could have prevented somehow, and just a few turnovers, just a few mental lapses here.
Well, that shows you how important ball control is. McFadden was out there on the break and plenty of room, just didn't get the handle on it, and a little turnover. 3-pointer at times well short, goes to the ground. Not sure who the call is going to be on here. A little checkout call.
15.
But I think it's going to be on McFadden again. That's going to be his third then.
And that was
it is.
From what I saw, it was a pretty dang good acting job. I think he felt that little form in the back, and his teammate was kind of falling, so made it a little easier for him to fall.
Yeah, that is the third.
And that was then pleading his case there.
Kind of giving you really why, but doesn't matter. There's only one opinion, and they got the whistle. So roll inbound now for the Coyotes. Nice little up and down that time, little left-hander in the middle lane. I'll tell you, Jones, on any given night, if those start falling, would be a pretty tough scorer, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I mean, that's just a great array of moves he kind of showed there. Just kind of a pass fake, up fakes, great footwork, and one went in for him, so.
That's how you set a pick. Conde just stopped Trent dead in his tracks. Clean pick. Silcox goes up. That's going to be 3 on Hoban, and he's just standing there. But he doesn't like the foul call, but he was blocking without actually gaining anything defensively, and we'll put Silcox to the line. I think Silcox 1 for 4 in the first half.
Kind of gone to a standstill the first few minutes. The refs are almost calling everything.
First of 2. That one, you can just tell it's just there's not a rhythm for Silcox at the line, and for as talented as he is going to the basket, I think free throws would be that evolution. Second one a lot flatter, a little bit more relaxed.
It just goes up and almost, he just rushes it a little bit.
Yep.
The shot doesn't look terrible at all. Just he needs to take a second, take a deep breath.
Checked in the game now. Andrews is in for Hoban. Sits with his 3 fouls. Andrews up top, matched up by Silcox. Trent, little left move in the middle lane, knocks down the mid-range jumper.
And if you look at every Monarch players getting the ball, they get immediately into triple threat and kind of get their bearing to see where they are on the court, what kind of move they need to move it. So just a great fundamental coaching by.
No score yet right now. Poudre's going back to the one-on-none play. There's not much ball movement, trying to make dribble drives and not finishing. Oh, nice play that time. Jones draws the defense, kicks over to Green. That's 8 straight points to start the third quarter for the Monarch Coyotes. None for the Poudre Impalas. They trail now 33-30 with 4:40 left. And a good timeout on the court by the Impalas just to kind of regroup and say, let's get our offense back in order.
I'm Gina, and I am UC Health. I've had some difficult things to face throughout my career, and part of that was dealing with the cancer journey of both of my parents, and I was diagnosed with cancer myself. There's so much that I can bring to my patients because I do understand, and I think that that helps me to be a better cancer doctor.
Our roots run deep at the University of Colorado Health. Share your roots at imuchealth.org.
Back here now during the timeout. I know that Coach Shelley is telling the guys, let's go, if we can make that dribble drive, you've got to cut. We've got to do something else. You can't leave your man sitting there with nobody to guard, no reason to not fall back into the lane, and that's just really crushing down that entry level again. Monarchs kind of figured out, we'll give up a couple, but they're not getting the easy looks they were in the first half.
And the back door is there for Poudre. I mean, they're playing that first pass really high and tight. So, I mean, and I've seen them open. They're just not really finding the open man on the back door.
So 3-point lead now with 4:30 in the third for the Coyotes. Yoakum one-on-one, they'll lose it. Trin just kind of picks him out there. Once again, we talk about how you might have the ability to take your guy, but when 2 others can slough off and just close down that lane, Paul is lucky to get the ball back here. Barron's back in for Trin now for Monarch. Barron, Andrews, Rowan, Green, and Jones. Raphael inbounds down to Diaz, along with West, Yoakum, and Silcox on the floor. There was the back door, but then Raphael didn't finish. He kind of stopped.
That window kind of closed on him.
It's one of those you got to keep going. So turnover now in the Impalas. Just the offensive identity's just kind of gone away here for a few minutes and need to have that one bucket.
And Monarch's being super patient. They're setting great screens. They're getting people open, moving the ball.
Long three-pointer again is up and good. So now a 6-point lead for Monarch. Yoakum brings it up now against fairly past the defense that time. Silcox hit from behind out by Green. West, yeah, that was that's solid.
I think he lowered his head and hit him in the groin.
Yeah, I think that might be we'll go talk over here for a moment. Certainly not intentional, but ball out underneath for the Impalas. 3:54 left here in the third quarter. Nice job penetration. Silcox just doesn't get it to go off the glass. Rebounded by Monarch. Pushing the pace. Three-pointer doesn't go that time. Rims out on the attempt. It wasn't really much pressure on the shot. Just kind of rushed it a little bit and flattened it out for Barons. Paula's still looking for their first points of the second half. Still quite a lot of pressure on the ball out there, and no one's cutting behind it. They're just, it's if you can beat your man. Silcox going to be pressured, takes it in, and he's still going to, Silcox, if he gets out on that edge, he's very hard stuff. He's such a long stride.
They're calling the hand checks, I mean, what, 90% of the time. So, I mean, if you're Coach Shelley, you say keep being aggressive, keep being aggressive.
Yeah, you want the aggressive there, but you just something else to give yourself an easier chance to get to the bucket. 3:22 left now. 4th team foul on the Coyotes, 2 on the Impalas. Diaz drives, goes to the middle lane, gives it up to West. Short jumper's up, doesn't fall. Rebound again by Diaz, though, picked away. Taken on down by Monarch. Barron's little runner goes underneath, had a bad angle, just had to kind of throw it up.
Too much of the opposite
good
English.
Look underneath. Extra pass made that time. Once again from the outside. That's Rowan's 3rd three-pointer from deep.
That was an
39
excellent
to 30.
possession. Just he was underneath. He made the extra pass. His feet were set. Followed through. Beautiful.
Timeout taken now by Poudre. Trying to reset once again. Still haven't scored here in this half.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
Back here now at Poudre High School. Thanks for watching PSD TV Channel 10. Streaming Sports along with David Haase. I've got Cody McCoy tonight with me and Chris Colton on camera. Thanks for tuning in and watching us, supporting these local PSD athletes. Other broadcasts later this week too, on Friday and Saturday night. Very close to a little bit of a walk there, and we're going to get a 5 count.
And if you're Monarch, that is what gets you energy. The whole bench is excited because you just work so hard in practice for those kind of plays, just the ball pressure.
That's all effort, and that's not the one generally on the ball. It's everybody else denying. And
that's the easy part when the ball is dead. You just shout. But if it's everyone else who just locks on, they hear him say dead. You lock on your man, and wherever he goes is yours.
Chavez in the game now for Monarch. Stutter step goes in, nice look underneath, a little off the rim. That's when you get in there and you find that extra man. Hoban's in now 11-point lead. Still no score coming in the second half, and we've played more than half the third quarter.
Yeah, now Monarch's the team getting their shoulders by on that first step, and it's causing the Impalas to really overhelp, which leaves the big man there right under the bucket.
West on the cut that time, nice feed underneath. Block, they'll come back by Hoban. We talked about before, if nobody's moving on the backside, you don't have anybody to skip past to. You get a lot of clog in the middle, and there's the break in the middle. Nice cut by Jones and rewarded with the pass. He'll go to the line for 2. 2 fouls on Yoakum. 3rd team foul on the Impalas. 1:47 left here in the third quarter. Jones is first up and good. Right now we're into an 18-0 run coming out of the gate in the second half. It's not so much that they've scored so well, it's just Poudre's not been able to get the ball to drop. Several good looks, but so far nothing happening.
And if you're Poudre right now, all you want to do is play well the next minute 30 and just build some momentum going into that fourth quarter.
Into that. Cut down the middle time. Raphael tries to get it to go, has to put it up strong. Too much off the backboard. Andrews on the rebound. Rowan kicks back out there. Chavez deep in the corner. The 3 goes. So coming out of the break at halftime, something in the Gatorade really lit up that 3-point line.
I mean, they're
outside.
shooting like 90% from the field
they really
right now.
Are. Yoakum jumper up, doesn't go. Rebound. Nice job by Diaz getting position that time. Gets crowded out of the way. Gives the putback there for Raffaele. So quick bucket, under a minute to play here in the third. First bucket took 7 minutes for the Impalas.
And they're going to go for the last stop here. Poudre, if you can get a quick stop here, cause a quick turnover.
Yeah,
just try to get some more points.
Nice job by
there it is.
Silcox that time. Takes the ball away, goes up for the layup, and the dunk.
No foul call. There was a hand straight
shoved.
in the back. Yeah,
Hoban should have had his 4th foul there. And Silcox still threw it down and rocked the rim pretty well. A little emphasis, as you said, is get another bucket here. 23 to play. Rowan well out top now. You can't give Rowan any room after 3 3-pointers, or he's got the range tonight.
And the whole team is pretty hot from three-point line.
Goes in for the drive,
He's got time.
Blocked by Yoakum. And Raffaele turns around to spin at half court and knocks down the running 3-pointer. Brings the Impalas back within 10 at 46-37. So a little finish there at the end of the third quarter. Puts a little spark back in these Impalas. Hope that carries over to the fourth quarter. Stay tuned.
Who wants more peas?
Go away.
Oh, Daddy hates pop-up ads. Who wants
Go
more?
away.
Hashtag dinner time.
Scroll forward.
Choose selfie. No. Selfie.
Go forward.
Delete selfie.
Go away.
Then picture.
Bookmark. Go away.
No, post photo.
Scroll up. Scroll forward.
Hashtag gravy.
The First Bank mobile app. Technology has never been so easy.
Little score alert here in Poudre School District. Superfan Eric Sampson from the Lambkins. Fort Collins is trailing Horizon at halftime, 32-20. Back here, though, as a quick little rush at point 7, really quick ending points at the end of the third quarter. Cody gives the Impalas a little spark and cuts the lead from 17 down to just 9.
Yeah, I mean, they were able to cause a turnover here. Monarch was trying to keep it for the last shot and just was able to get a hand in there, cause a turnover, and he got a shot up around that white line, in between the white line and the volleyball spot there, and it didn't look good for me. He was fading forward. It looked like he almost just threw it up, but what do I know?
Found it right dead center. So trying to figure out what the discussion was. We got going back and forth between coaches, referees, conferring, and back to the scorer's table.
And Poudre did exactly what we were talking about up here. Just give yourself just a little momentum going into that fourth quarter. Give yourself a manageable lead, a manageable hole to dig out of.
Yeah, you get a couple of buckets, you're right back in it. You can't get it all at one time. You don't have to. That's the one thing about it. You've got 8 minutes here. Plenty of time to knock away at that lead. And like I say, 9 points is just a couple of buckets. And
all my coaches will say, there's no 9-point play or insert big score here.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So inbounding now to start the fourth quarter. Yoakum to Raffaele. Diaz, Conde, and Silcox on the court now. Kind of a high pick. Screens are at the top there. Ball rotation back around. Raffaele drive, has to kick it back out. Silcox ball in the post. Got Chavez well underneath him.
Great move.
Goes up. That's a nice little over-under move there. Taking the patience. Going to be fouled by Tren. Need a little success at the line, though, now for Silcox. Had plenty of trips. 5 team fouls now on the Coyotes, 3 on the Impalas. First one off the back. Second one coming. Much smoother that time, though. It still rims out. Got a chance there. Diaz kind of kicked it away from Jones. Had a chance, you might say it might have got off his hands. Diaz certainly had the impetus on the ball, though, to knock it away, so I think the official made the right call.
And if Poudre ends up losing this game, I think free throws are going to be the #1 little stat to look back on.
Yes.
That first half, they were maybe 500 there, and then
maybe.
Yeah, and not
looking
much
up at it,
second half.
Chavez dribble drive, has to kick it out to Jones. Good collapse defense that time by Diaz and Conde. Rowan down. Nice job there, but just lost track of Jones just for a second, and they do a nice job of finding each other in the rim. Little bunny hook underneath there, knocks it down. 48-37, 7:11 to play here in the game.
Coaches are always telling their players, if you can just get in the middle of the paint by the free throw line a little bit below, a lot of things can break down and a lot of things can happen.
Yoakum on the edge, pull-up jumper off. Just kind of rushed a little bit, didn't really have his feet. McFadden will be back in the game now for Silcox.
That's one of those shots where your feet end up jumping before your hands kind of have the ball ready to shoot.
I think he almost slid into it. I think his foot almost connected to where he had such a narrow base, he was off balance.
I may or may not know that from experience.
Yeah. Either way, back now to Coyotes looking underneath. Jones once again. He'll make a living there in the lane, and he didn't really have control. Got a little nudge from McFadden there on just a slight amount of contact, and he was standing on the line, and ball back to the Impalas.
Pleaded his case, but didn't work. And he's just asking for a clear out, it looked like.
Yeah. A lot more cutting going on this time now by Poudre's trying to get back to that. Keep the defenders from Monarch from just standing still in the lane, waiting for the next person to drive in. Going to call intentional foul, or actually double foul. Both on Raffaelli along with Barons down there, getting after it pretty good. Ball will stay with Poudre. That's kind of more one of those preemptive calls.
It's a warning, relatively.
Third foul here on Raffaelli. He'll go out west back in the game.
But it does put Monarch at 16 fouls, one more, and they'll be shooting 1-1.
That's exactly what you need to do if you're the Impalas. You get a chance to close this game back up with free throws. Right now, everything Poudre's doing is going away from the basket. Got to find that cutter, find some reason to move it to the lane. Nice job by McFadden that time. The lane goes in. Left doesn't follow it, though. Tip back down.
Great move. He just couldn't finish it.
Yeah, just that left hand betrayed him there at the end. Didn't cup the ball and hold on to it. Silcox back in now for Conde. And Hoban back in now for Coyotes, replacing Andrews. 5:52 left here. You're watching PSD TV Channel 10. Thanks again to our banner sponsor this year, Rocky Mountain Youth Sports, Rocky Mountain Fever Club Basketball. If you're playing varsity sports, especially at the 5A level, you probably played a little bit of club basketball, didn't you?
Or a lot.
Pump fake goes. Kick back out, though. Rowan again sets his feet deep corner. That one doesn't go off the top. Rebound by West. First three-pointer Rowan's missed in a while.
The banks are already closed, so.
Yep.
Shuffle of the feet.
Walked into the shot.
Little teaching moment there.
Yeah,
by
it was.
Coach.
Just anxious. He knew he had some space there. He was anxious to get the ball in the air, but you still got to settle. 48-37, Monarch leads just after a quick burst to start this half. They've kind of maintained that 10-11.
Heard Coach Neven yell 5 out. I'm assuming that's kind of a burn some clock, but caused a turnover.
Yeah, Rowan just lost the handle on it. Foul that time we call it. Barron's making it pretty easy for him. Should be the 17th foul now. Poudre will go to the line for the single bonus. It'll be Silcox. First one is up, back off the heel. Rebounded by Hoban.
Unfortunately, he's got to be like 0 for 10. I mean, he just can't buy one, yeah.
Yeah, just can't get him to fall, which happens. Monarch happy just to pull it out and make Poudre come get him. Time West is going to be called with the hand check going as Jones goes to the rim. Yeah, being down, you have to go out and play defense, and everybody, you can't collapse back in the middle. 15 foul on the Impalas, so no shooting yet.
Poudre's going to have to create some ball pressure or jump some passes.
Yeah,
because Monarch is kind of in burning some time mode.
Yeah, they'll try to run 35, 40 seconds off even without shooting. West comes up, bodies up on Jones. This time that gets him one closer to the single bonus. That's his fourth foul. Raffaelli will back in the game for West. Poudre a pretty short bench night, only playing 7 players, as opposed to Monarch have had 10 in the game. More of 8 on the full rotation.
And that's what's going to happen as we enter conference play. Coaches aren't going to experiment as much. They're going to kind of stick with a little tighter rotation. Some players aren't going to get as many chances just because these games mean so much more. And then when the state tournament comes to get closer, or it starts, then you'll see coaches really tighten up the rotation. It's really a process throughout the year. And just a blown assignment there.
Yeah.
He was the only one in the paint.
Yeah, Hoban kind of just ran the other way instead of running back out, just alertly moved to the middle. And as Monarch has done all night long, if you're near the bucket underneath, they'll find you. Lead back up to 13 now. Raffaele goes, actually Silcox goes the lane. He's going
to go to his favorite place.
Yeah, right now it's just a spot of confidence is what he needs from the line. Hopefully he can gain it this time. He'll be shooting 2. Third foul on, actually 4 on Hoban.
It's just mind games. It's just really trying to keep your composure, keep that confidence. You know you can make them.
First one short, second one coming. 3:54 left here in the game. David Haase along with Cody McCoy. Camera tonight, Chris Colton. Thanks for tuning into Streaming Sports and Channel 10 PSD TV. Rowan comes out with the ball. Nice down court feed, back outside. That's a good decision by the
Smart
senior
play,
there.
yep.
Yeah. Pull it back out, take a moment. And a timeout's going to be on the court now, so we'll take one too. You're watching Streaming Sports and PSD TV, Channel 10.
Welcome to our clearance event with 0% APR financing on the Tundra.
We're going to use it to tow our boat.
I'm going to tow my boat and my ATVs.
We're going to tow our boat, ATVs, and horses.
We don't have horses.
Yeah, we do. In this story.
I like that story.
At our annual clearance event, get great deals on tough Toyota trucks, like 0% APR financing for 48 months on a new 2015 Tundra. For more great deals, visit Toyota.com.
Let the towing begin.
Toyota, let's go places.
Thanks again to our sponsors helping us bring these Poudre School District athlete broadcasts to you. Pedersen Toyota, UC Health, Schrader Oil, and First Bank. Monarch to inbound now, Rowan, as we talked about before, heading to Johns Hopkins after he finishes his high school career.
That means he has probably a 7.0 GPA.
Yeah, that's pretty thin air up there. They didn't call me. Did they call you?
Nope.
Trin, Rowan, Hoban, Jones, and Chavez on the court. Raffaele.
And you know that timeout was literally just say, hey, guys, relax.
Yep.
This game is yours if you can keep your composure,
Yep.
if you
Ball
can keep
movement.
moving the ball.
Yeah, pass before you dribble here.
I think layups only was probably the saying that was said by Coach.
Yeah, 3:10 to play now, leading by 13. Raffaele is going to be called for the hand foul. So Rowan will be going to the line, shooting. He's got thinking that range will get a point count here. They're doing a nice job of entering that for us, but his spot. Also tune into us later this week. On Friday night, we'll be at Rocky Mountain High School for a girls' game. Cody McCoy along with me, and I believe Chris Colton make it there with us again too. That's right. Saturday night, broadcast too. We'll try to confirm where that's going to be. I can't remember right off the top of my head, but that'll be, I believe, at Collins. It'll be with Randy McCoy and Marty Cesario coming up to join Sean Corbett's on camera. Tipped away that time by Trin. 2:58 to play here in the game. Impalas is trailing by 15.
And for Poudre, I mean, you got to get a great shot, but you want to get it relatively quick. I mean, you just can't afford to keep burning 20 to 30 seconds off the clock.
Raffaele, nice look to Diaz that time. Doesn't go. Rebound tipped away to Conde. Yoakum crossover off the feet. Boy, they do a great job of ball pressure and get right on top of them. Yoakum, though, does the right thing. Tries to split back there. Gets a shot across the arm. 1-1 now, Yoakum at the line. One more foul will put the Impalas into the double bonus. Well, that's just legs there. I tell you, Joachim, just that ball didn't get to the rim. Normally a very good free throw shooter. That one didn't fall, so rebound to Monarch again now. 2.5 to play in the game. They're just going to make Poudre play chase. Top point guard Rowan will do that. Back to Jones and then back out.
And it doesn't look like they're going to foul unless maybe something to the bucket, but.
Well, that just kind of repeats the inevitable then because you can keep doing it.
They got 2 minutes to burn, so
and
maybe they'll take a shot or
down by 15. Really that's just wait right there. You just keep jumping the gaps. That time Raffaele gets the steal, goes in, traps underneath the baseline, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound by Rowan. Under 2 to play now in the game here at Poudre High School. Foul away from the ball. Raffaele, that would be his 4th. West back in the game now.
That had to have just been a frustration foul.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I think there was something.
Just away from the ball. So we'll put Chavez at the line for the single bonus. Just getting started here in conference play. There's a lot of great girls and boys basketball coming.
Conference games are huge.
Yeah, girls basketball heating up. Rocky Mountain beat Loveland earlier this week. I believe they're playing Broomfield tonight, which is a pretty good matchup. Tell you what, Broomfield defending state champions in 4A came up last year. We saw them outstanding.
They were
team
fantastic,
last year.
yeah.
Yep.
They really came on the scene as a 5A team.
Yep. So they had 2 free throws there for Monarch, knocked down by Chavez, 54-37. But as always, the Front Range League for the girls' side of basketball will be very competitive again. Rocky Mountain, I believe, is 10-1 going into tonight's game. Their one loss to Poudre in the holiday tournament. Poudre lost a game last week. We did broadcast. We know Fossil's going to be up and down. Fossil boys had a tough loss to Monarch here last week, but then came back and upset number 5 Regis.
Yeah.
So it shows you the potential's there. Joachim goes in the middle, has it picked away. Hoban picks it up. Smartly gets ahead to a guard. 1:10 left here to play in the game. 17-point lead now for Monarch. Just 7 points scored in the second half by Poudre. Credit good defense that time also. McFadden on the steal, goes up, easy layup. Nice job cutting through there. But the defense, done nice job for Monarch, pressure defense the whole game. But with just like say the layup right there, not many open looks at all for Poudre here in the second half.
And this is kind of when, just as a fan of basketball, that maybe a shot clock would make some sense here. I mean, with 2:30 left, Monarch kind of went into their prevent offense.
Corners, 5 out, whatever you want to call it. And Raffaele tips away again, pushing away for Rowan. Rowan beats him to the basketball. Kind of a good no call there. Wasn't tough contact by either player. Good trapping that time. Back out. And I tell you, just a good job by Monarch, well coached. They pass first before you try to dribble. It's been their mantra all night long. And
the first half was just kind of a lack of energy, but they went in at halftime and really addressed the one problem.
To play now.
And this should wrap it up.
Yeah, this is going to go in the books as a pretty good first effort by Poudre. It just didn't have the second half back, and they're going to lose tonight with the visiting Coyotes prevailing 54-39 here at Poudre High School.
And they're going to go back in that first half and say, hey guys, you can do it. You've played well. You played with some of the best in the conference, but here's what it looked like in the second half. So let's build off the good things in the first.
Positives go. So two games into the conference right now. The Cougars don't have their win. They competed for a half, knowing that they can come back and do that again. But we'll have to see it here at another time. So as they go back to work and practice, we know we've got other games coming up this week. Stay tuned to PSD TV and Channel 10. And watch us bring these games to you. So tonight for Cody McCoy on production and boards and call with me, David Haase. Thanks Chris Colton on camera. We'll see you again next time.
Poudre School District High School Basketball, live on Stream It Sports and PSD Channel 10, has been brought to you by Schrader Oil, your local fuel company. By University of Colorado Health, we improve lives from healthcare to health. By Pedersen Toyota, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in northern Colorado.